Hello. So I wanted to give you an update on how things are going in the garden. So first things first, these are the tomato and cucumber. These are my cucumbers here. Plants that were winter sown, and so these are the results of them thus far. So remember a couple of days ago I had said I was going away for a conference. I was afraid that the cold weather would hurt them, so I brought them inside. And so then what ended up happening was I was still concerned about the weather, and they had grew, as you can see, in my winter sown containers. So I ended up taking them out of my winter sown containers after looking at several YouTube videos and getting the advice that they need to be a certain degree, and they don't do good with cold weather, and seeing that or hearing we are in a fake spring or whatever. Long story short, I took them out of the jugs and I put them in the little styrofoam cups here. And so I, watching YouTube again, found out about putting little holes on the sides of the cups so that when I water them, that water doesn't sit in these containers. Some other things I learned were to, they're just sitting outside for now. That's one thing that I did learn too about, you have to harden them off whenever you're getting closer to the time to transplant them. I'm not trying to harden them off at the moment, but I'm trying to just get them adjusted to sunlight little by little so they won't be out here long. On the inside, while they're in there, I learned that you need to have a fan on, because that imitates the wind on the outside. Because ultimately, not transplanting, but hardening them off helps them to acclimate better to the outside environment. So that's one of the reasons you want the fan in the house blowing on your plants gently, because it kind of replicates the wind on the outside. And I'm standing outside and you can see how the wind is blowing my plants now. Another thing I learned about was like the fungus gnats, and it's recommended that you let the seeds, the soil dry in between. Of course, bottom watering. That's why I have the holes in there so I can bottom water those. Let me see what else. I think that is it thus far, but that's an update on my cucumber and tomato plants. The other things I wanted to let you know about was that I am still prepping my garden. And so with that, I'm utilizing ChatGPT, or I utilize it to help me come up with the plan for starting seeds inside, transplanting them outside, and direct sowing them outside. There was a lot of information on the internet, and I just wanted some type of table that would combine all this information for me. So I put in ChatGPT the plants I was interested in. I put in the links where they could find the information, and I asked it to construct me a table, and so it did that. I also asked it to create a table around companion planting as well. So the wind is blowing, so bear with me. Companion planting, and I wanted to be considerate of the number of beds that I have and the number of beds that I hope to purchase. And so I had it map out my plants as well as the companion plants that would work well with my primary plants. And so it did that for me. Then I took it a step further. I was like, okay, I'm not buying all of those beds. I need to condense this down a little bit more. I don't have that printed off, but it was able to condense these beds here down some more for me. And so if you haven't utilized ChatGPT, there is a free version of that. And if you just need some help, like trying to figure out what's a companion plant and all of that. Oh, I also told it to be considerate of my last frost date. So it did that as well. That's a good segue into this point regarding frost dates, in that I was going by, oh, I'm in zone AA. But then, in just listening to other YouTube individuals, Zone AA can extend all the way up into the northern states. And I know we have different climates with our spring season and stuff like that. And so I was like, I can't go by that. So I'm just going by my last frost date, which I believe is around March 25th, um, to help guide me in my plants and when to plant. So here we are. These are our strawberry plants. They still seem to be doing okay. Not much more growth um, from the others besides this one and that one, but that one is sprouting a little bit more. We have some growth there. Nothing there. I think it's about time for me to water these. Look at the growth there. Now, another update is that my zinnia plants and my marigolds that I had winter sown, they died. I did not bring them in like I should have, and the frost got to them. Bitter cold got to them so bad. So when I opened those jugs, they were gone. And so, having to climb over my fence. And so, yeah. So I put some more of those in um, my milk jugs. All right, so let's look. We have some, what's this? My carrots, they are doing good. I'm actually gonna have to pull those out because in listening to the YouTube videos, they do better. They're like the cool weather crop, so they're gonna do better in this temperature that we're in. Look at this arugula. Oh my gosh. This is another one that's like a cool weather crop that I'm gonna have to take out of my winter sown containers, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and plant them because they also do well in the cool weather. Okay, let's see. So my Sweet Williams are doing good in here, but my Cosmos, they've died. And I've heard, that the Cosmos, you have to be mindful of when you plant those. My little Alyssums, they're doing good there. We have some romaine here. I've heard different things about romaine. It really likes the warm weather. Now this lettuce blend that's here, I'm gonna have to take this out too because I believe I heard that it also likes the cooler weather. These other ones, like I just replanted the zinnias. These zinnias were planted on 216, so nothing here yet. These are looking a little dry, so I'm gonna have to add some water to those. And so I'm just gonna use a little container to add some water to those. I am still not a fan of these bottom watering containers that I got from Walmart. So what I'm going to do is I believe I'm gonna have my husband to put me some holes like down here in the bottom because I still want to bottom water, but I don't want my plants to be soaked in the water on the days. Essentially these will be ideal like during the summer, but right now with it being cool and stuff like that, my plants are not absorbing that water as well, so that's concerning me. I don't want those plants to die. But that is my update. I am still doing some prep, getting my beds here ready. My goal is to have these 2 beds with veggies and companion planting, and then I'm going to order some beds from Amazon, some of those metal beds. So more to come, but I just wanted to give you an update on everything that's going on in the garden. Talk soon. Bye.